Hey everybody, Spoonfed here, and we are actually going to do a little bit of SEO today because it made more sense in the overall scheme of programming. There are a couple of tags. Actually, I forgot one. Last week I said that these didn't do anything, or that these made a block of code. That's not really true. They don't do anything, but you can work with these in CSS. So you have these and you have span. Span are really for like stuff inside paragraphs or whatever. You don't use a div inside a paragraph, you just use div outside of that and use span inside. So the reason I bring this up is because from a search engine perspective, it will take this to be the meaning of your site, and anything else which you can emphasize or do make bold with the strong, it will like use that information to figure out what the site's about. It's really basic, and it's in the good old days is where you could abuse that stuff by making a lot of keywords bold and white, for example, so you have them in the background, nobody could read them, but you still have a lot of keywords that were bold or italic or EM as its word is emphasized, and they would give great importance to that. Now that's limited, but it's still one of the checks that you can make because they want to make the web more semantic, meaning you want to know, you want to give more meaning to all the web and also the pages. So you know what's the difference with Apple, for example. It's a very basic example. Apple now can mean, you know, the products of Apple, or an apple, the fruit, and so there are countless other stuff. With my name, for example, Spoonfed, do you mean the baby Spoonfed, or do you mean Spoonfed my portal, or do you mean Spoonfed the site, a YouTube channel, or you know, there's a site in the UK that sells tickets, for example. So there's, you know, Spoonfed doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's what we make of it. So the first thing that we're gonna add is a meta author. It does not it doesn't see that as a meta tag. That's weird. Should be one. A meta keywords. Oh, it doesn't see that as one as well. Well, I know that for sure that that's one. Meta description. Let's close that one up. No, that's not correct. That one is. Why is it all red? That doesn't get closed, that's why. So we got some author gives basic name. Keywords, it's a very basic way to say what your site's about, and it's about SEO, of course, Spoonfed, a portal, Black Hat, X-Rumor, SEO Nuke. Description, this portal is for those who want to get money the easy way. So that gives us a little bit more info on our site, as well as a title tag. Does not say much to the spider or the bot crawling your site, but this one does. This one gives great importance. So pick a header you're quite familiar with, because that's the one that it wants. I'm okay with Spoonfed's portal for now. I could add other stuff in there like Spoonfed's Black Hat portal or Black Hat SEO portal or something, but I don't want that. What I am gonna do is what you can do is emphasize certain stuff. So you want that to be What we also want is to give some importance to some other words like that, and of course like that. Now let's say you want to edit SEO, you want it to be stylized but you don't want it to have, you know, emphasis or whatever. That's where you use this span tag, and you can make this like span class emphasis, for example, and then we're gonna write a class emphasis later on, or we could write a class later on then, and that would make all the span tags that have class emphasis to emulate that one without really telling the browser that that's important. Now let's go to our page because something's changed. Here you go. This is italic or emphasized. Domain registration is important and getting cache is important. Now we'll do the same here because we can do stuff there as well. So what is it all about? Well, we'll make that important. We'll make that that important, and oh god, I cannot type. We'll make that one important, and here we'll just do a strong there, and of course we'll make a strong here just because it looks cool. And here now we got this, so we got Black Hat SEO, tools, search engines, and we got niche and dollars. We can also opt for the domain name, but yeah, no, let's do it. Choose domain name. There we go. Yeah, that's about it. Alright, so also this header gives information about the table which the search engine uses to figure out what is this. So this is what it's all about. What is it all about? That's something. Also, the footer is something that you can give information in. So that's basically what I wanted to give you on these tags. So tags strong and EM for emphasis and strong, and keep in mind that your H1 tag is very important. Let me copy over these. No, let's do that one like so, and this description is something you can change in these keywords. It's something you can change per page, because your about page is not the same as your index page. So this will say about SEO Spoonfed portal. This page is about Spoonfed portal. Spoonfed's portal. Like so. Alright, so reload that. Here you won't see anything except in the view source. You will see that I added this, but all these meta tags don't mean anything. They're just extra information you give to the search engine. Now, don't get me wrong, or don't understand me wrong. If you add this to your page, you're not gonna rank number 1 immediately. But in SEO these days, there is, you know, a lot of small things added up make what that you're gonna rank or that you're not gonna rank. So keep that in mind. One more tip I already explained, I think, in the first video that we did on programming, but that was a long time ago, so I can't remember. Always keep these things in line. So keep your H1 tags above your H2, above your H3, and only use them once. You got 1 to 6. You don't have to use them all, but if you're gonna use them, only use them once. I see people like, I can explain it. You have, let's say this is a menu here, right here. This is the menu, and they want to use pictures for all of these things. They make a H2, and they copy the H2 everywhere. It will be much more easier and better for your SEO to make this an unordered list, or even more simple, make it spans, just spans, and give them like a position. You can make a div, and you have a div block here, and inside that div you just give them whatever they want. You know, you can have a P in there to get like one text and have all the P's in there. You can have a, like I said, a list item, or you can have, God knows what else you can have. The only thing I'm thinking about is, what does a list item look like outside of this whole thing? So we'll make a div here. We'll just make an LE list item check, because I haven't done this in a long while. So yeah, there you go. So without telling it if it's an ordered or an unordered, it will just make a list. So you can just make a list and give those tags the stuff that you wanted to give these things. So just make a list. So you have a div list, which is fine. Let me just remove this. You can even give break tags a certain meaning, so you can do pretty cool stuff with that as well in CSS. So let's get rid of that one, and as you can see, we're getting there. It's not, like I said, it's not the best site, you know, it's not even a great site, but this all here is the skeleton. This is what the web page is about, and displaying the content, and the CSS that we're gonna make is the presentation layer. So how are we gonna display that content? And what we're gonna do then is, well, next week I think first we're gonna do this contact area, and then after that, so in 2 weeks, we'll start with like saying, what does the title need to be like. We'll add in the background, and we'll add a background, and then put this all on top of that background, and set this up to be some cool text. We can do quite some stuff with that. If I would remove, can I do that? I have no idea. But if I remove the CSS here, it would be so boring. You would think nothing makes any sense anymore. These things will be probably all like underneath each other and whatever. I'm just wondering if I can do that. Can I load this without styles? I know that you could use to do that. You had a button here that says load without styles. Options. Oh wait. Maybe it's page info. Yes. Alright. So here you can see a generator, for example, and what the content tag is. These are the meta tags. They give you information about the page. Media. There should be a style icon. No, that's not it. That's too bad. Alright, what I will do is Ctrl S this thing, save it as a complete web page, clear, and what we'll do is we'll open that web page. So it's downloads, there we go. Spoonfed, open. Right, so here we have the same page but then offline, which is a trick we used in one of our missions in hacking. If you follow that, no, that's not what I need. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna edit this, and here you see all these style sheets. Well, we're gonna get rid of them all. This is very nice, but that's too bad. So now we're gonna reload this thing without style sheets, and there you go. That's what it looks like. So see the resemblance. What did I get a pop-up? Oh, here. That stopped working. Oh no, close the program then. That's okay, not to worry. Anyway, as you can see here and here, well, I have less like content, but see the resemblance. All links are the same. This one is emphasized. If you can see it here, no, that's not what I want. Inspect elements. That looks. I don't have an inspect element in here. Oh my god, that's so lame. Alright, let's go there then. Where are we? No, that's not what I want. Here you go. Here. It's an H3 and it's EM. So let's see. Do we have H2? Yeah, we got a H2 class and it's beneath our H3. Is it used multiple times? Yes, it is. See, this is what I mean with bad. This is bad content. This is bad for SEO reasons, because you got a lot of H2s here. It's better to use a span here. To use a span and then class prepend a. Maybe I can fix that, because that sucks. This. I don't know why they use that. Anyway, that is what it looks like. So you see all these classes for divs, they do all kinds of things, as it were. Now IDs are something that we'll get into another time in classes, but as you can see, this is what the page looks like without CSS. So this HTML defines like the page layout and all that kind of things. So, and we're gonna make that to next time. We're gonna make a button, and this is what it looks like with. So you can see the enormous difference, but you can also kind of see how it works. I mean, you got a thing at the top that becomes that. All right, so we got an EM that still stays EM. We got a list here. Well, the list becomes this. And now we see some weird stuff going on, because we got something here, but that's social media, that's way down here. So as you can see, that with positioning you can put all of this right to the side, and as you can see, this is sort of table layout, because it's not really a table, it's just with divs, but that's how it works. So that's what I want to give you as a last lesson on HTML with SEO in the back of your mind. Try to make your web page semantic. So use strong where you want to use strong, use EM where you want to emphasize what the page is about. If you can get away with it, it doesn't need to look weird, but like this kind of looks alright. Look, it's like, okay, register, choose niche, yeah, okay, black at SEO, all tools, and dominate search engines. That looks pretty cool. You could even make this bold if you want, but I want to emphasize that people find me on search engines. And here's the same. So everything SEO, from domain registration to setting up the site with SEO in mind, for getting cash. So as you can see, you can also like put emphasis where you want people to read. Like if they scan over this, they see everything SEO, domain registration, getting cash. I want that right now. So yeah, that's it for my video on the tags. Just too bad that this thing went away. File recent. Oh, okay, open. Oh, let's open about. So as you can see, we did not here. So we used the EM tag, we used the strong tag, and we made some extra meta tags. Can I see them by the way here or not? Yeah, there are 4 meta tags, but it doesn't show the rest. That's funny. Quite sure that the other ones are correct, but let me quickly search for them. Meta tags. HTML meta tag. As you can see. Oh, name. I forgot name. You stupid bastard. Yes, you moron. God damn it. Sorry. Name is author. And value equals that. Oh my god, I made a stupid mistake. That's, you were probably screaming it at your screens right about now. Value, oh my god, that's so stupid. Alright, don't make the mistake that I did. Let's get these 3 over here. And let's make this about, and this is about Spoonfed's portal. Alright, dot. Alright. Oh god damn, that was stupid. If we would look now, we should see them. Yeah, there we go. Is it still in content? I thought it was value. Oh, it's content. Did it change that, or did I just did not remember that correctly? I made a mistake. Stupid fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna do a cool thing that is move style. No. Find and replace. Search. Find and find and replace. Find what value? No. Find value. Replace with content. Replace all. Yep. Thank you. And here we do the same. Search. Replace. No. Value. Content. Replace all. There we go. Damn, that's so sloppy mistake. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so here you can see it. I should have known where this name comes. Oh god damn it, I'm so idiot. Alright, so here you can see what it tells you about the page. Do they have it here as well? Yeah, so here you can see like they have quite a lot of keywords and then free HTML, XML, HTML. That's all very nice. Tutorials are, so that's basically telling you something about the page. And about should be correct now as well. Yeah, so there we go. So that's what a search engine will look at too. Alright, so sorry, made a mistake. It's name and content. Alright, will I forget that? Sure. Alright, now I'm really gonna quit before making more mistakes. At least I rectified them. So I'll see you guys on Thursday.